Right, good evening, everyone. Myself and Mr. Tully here to give our quick predictions for what is a lack of boxing, shall we say. Maybe we're just a bit spoilt these days, Liam, but not the densest weekend of boxing this week. It would be, as we mentioned last night, if Caleb Plant and Jermall Charlo were maybe fighting each other rather than these warm-up fights, if you want to call it that, or whatever it is. But look, Caleb Plant, main event, I believe, on this card. We'll cover Charlo Lamana after this as well. He's facing Armando Resendiz. Still young enough in his career, 15-2, 11 knockouts, so can bang a little bit. Look, Trevor McCumbee gave Plant all he could offer last time out. We watched that fight and we loved it. Then it was a good fight. Realistically, his best win against a very over-the-hill Jarrett Hurd a couple of years back now. You look at the other, Elijah Garcia stopped him. If Caleb Plant, without going straight in for my prediction, if Caleb Plant doesn't get the job done, yes, Hand History Vault, good morning to you over there, my friend. Liam, if Caleb Plant, doesn't get through this comfortably, then I wouldn't say be concerned, because it'd be back-to-back. The McCumbee fight was a lot harder than what it was meant to be, wasn't it? But he should be, doing what he needs to do on Saturday night here.
Yeah, look, mate, just touching on what you said at the top. Are we greedy, or are we just getting bored of fighters, marinating fights and taking steps before they give us the fights we want? I think it's more the latter, if we're honest. Look, Caleb Plant is a much better fighter than Charlo in the first instance. So it's obviously on the Charlo side, you would say this delays come. But the reality is, anytime Caleb Plant fights, it's exciting, it's action-packed. You've just mentioned the McCumbee fight, which was back on like our second or third watch-along we ever done. It's mental how many we've done now compared to back then. But you know what you're going to get with Caleb Plant. He's going to give you all action. He's not afraid to take shots to get off his own work, and he delivers for you. As you've just said with his opponent, his best win is an over-the-hill Jarrett Hurd, but also this is the first time he's been scheduled to go 12 rounds. His last fight was a 6-rounder in February. So you take from that what you will. They're kind of, and this is where it gets dangerous, they're trying to give both Plant and Charlo this weekend opponents that shouldn't cause them any trouble. But we've seen what can happen with this. Caleb Plant, it's difficult with Caleb Plant because he's got the punching power, but he doesn't necessarily blow opponents away early.
Yeah, he's got a few like highlight reel finish. What the Darrell one's the one that sticks out in memory, doesn't? He has got he's got some good. He's got really good hooks actually, Plant. But I just think he's flattering to deceive a little bit at the minute. Maybe I'm being hypocritical. I watched an interview of him in the week, and he was kind of like, I fought Canelo, because he was the last one who Canelo stopped, Caleb Plant, like 4 years ago. He's like, I fought Canelo in his prime, which he did. That is correct. But I don't know. You can't be dining out over a defeat. He fought well in that Canelo fight, it has to be said. But I don't know. Like, we know Caleb Plant's on site. We know he's like Eddie Hearn. We know we know that he doesn't mess about and he's always in amongst it. But do you get where I'm coming from?
I get where you're coming from, but just to back up my point. So when he beat Mike Lee, which was the first defense of his world title, he won that in round 3. Other than that, all his other stoppages have been round 10, round 9, round 11, round 12. He gets it done late in a fight. I think that's what we're going to see in this one, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think, look, does Caleb Plant maybe want to go out and make a statement and blow an overmatched opponent away?
He has to.
Yes, but I think we're more probably looking at, I'd say between 6 and 8 is a safe bet. No doubt Caleb Plant's going to win, but I think realistically, the way he fights, it's going to be a stoppage between 6 and 8, I'll say.
That's exactly where I'm at. I actually put an individual video out yesterday and I said round 6, 7 or 8 for Caleb Plant.
I've not even watched that, mate, so I can't even say.
Promise that wasn't... no, well, there you go, mate. I think we're in conjunction there then on that point. Mid to late rounds, if you want to call it that, sort of just after the midway point of the fight, Caleb Plant, we believe, is going to get the job done, both of us. That was nice and easy for us, Liam, to get to get that one out of the way. I didn't hear them hand history vote. You can let me know. Obviously I know what happened at the weekend, but I haven't heard anything latest. Obviously wish him all the best. That wasn't.
No, I think the latest is still that he's in hospital.
Wasn't a good scene in Japan. But yeah, that was that'll do us. I think, Liam. We've got Caleb Plant winning in the mid 6, 7, 8-ish kind of rounds by knockout against Resendiz in Vegas. We'll be back quickly to cover Charlo Lamana as well. And thanks for everybody who has watched the video so far. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everyone.